Good morning. And how did we go with last week's eyeshadow or pan of the week? It was the W7 Racy palette, and the colour pan in particular was this raw. And as you can see, I've finished it all. It was that unusual murky textured maroon. By murky texture, I mean it was similar to the Huda Beauty eyeshadow balls that seemed to be suspended in a Vaseline substance. Thankfully, this palette wasn't as slimy as what Huda Beauty's was. This was pretty easy to use up, especially as I'd already had some decent progress on it previously. Now let's get on to this week's palette of the week. This week's palette is the Essence Rose Edition. I actually really like this pan because you can get some really soft looks out of it. It's not as bright as the W7 Racy. This week's pan of the week will be number 3, this light brown here. Yes, there is a bit of kick up on the palette, but that's okay. This is the colour I'm going to be using, so it's a fairly skin tone colour, so I'll use that to go under other eyeshadows, but I'll give you some swatches of some other colours. So we've got the dark brown and another maroon. You can see that's got some nice shimmer on it, but here's the swatch. It's a colour similar to the Texas A&M Aggies maroon, and a yellow matte, pink matte. Had a late night at a concert last night. Nice brown, light brown shimmer. Nothing too outstanding about any of these colours, but they're pretty nice if you want subtle looks, which is what I'm obviously going to do this week. So there's the final pink shimmer. It has a bit of an apricot-y colour underneath too. As you can see, I've already got a bit of progress on this palette. I've hit pan on the white, the pinky peach, and that nice light brown shimmer. And I'll catch up with you next week for an update report.